Can I have a motion to call this meeting to order?
Motion.
Second.
Opposed? Let's stand for the invocation and pledge of allegiance.
Everyone bow your head, please. Most gracious Heavenly Father, we come before you this afternoon just humbled in your presence. Father, we ask that you would just indwell us with your wisdom and help us to guide the business affairs of this city in a way that would be pleasing to you and beneficial to the residents hereof, Father. Just speak through us, just guide our thoughts, our actions, and our words, Father. And we ask everything in the name of Jesus, the only name that's worthy. Amen.
Amen. Pledge allegiance to the
flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
We got a packed house here tonight.
Came to see me?
Yeah. All right, let's do a roll call to establish a quorum.
Here. Three's here.
at large is here.
Four's here.
Five's here. 6 here.
Let me show everybody's present. So can I get a motion for the public hearing?
Motion. Second.
All right, any discussion? This is, if you would, read the
Spread the minutes.
316 East 4th Street.
316 East 4th Street, assessed to Kevin Sawyer. Notice of hearing was posted on subject property, 316 East 4th Street, Long Beach, Mississippi, on September 22nd, 2025, by zoning enforcement agent Officer Dale Stogner, and mailed to Kevin Sawyer, 316 East 4th Street, Long Beach, Mississippi. Notice was returned to sender on October 10th.
Can I get a motion to spread that across the minutes?
Motion.
Motion second, all in favor?
Aye.
All opposed? Is there anyone in the audience representing 316 East 4th Street? Can you step up, please? And just say your name and address and,
Miss Emma, do we have any pictures, current pictures?
No, sir, I do not have any current
Okay.
pictures.
how you doing tonight? Good.
Lane McPherson. I'm trying to sell the house next door. This has been going on for years and years. My real estate agent has said how many people have said they wouldn't buy the house because of the house next door. And that's not just me, it's all of the neighbors.
Well, and I appreciate it, and we right there with you.
Okay,
Couldn't agree more.
thank you.
Anybody else? Can I get a motion to close the public hearing?
Motion.
Second.
All in favor? Aye. All opposed? Motion carries.
Have you looked at the property today, Mike?
Have not today.
So what is the pleasure of the board?
Make a motion to adjudicate.
Second.
We got a motion and a second. Any discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
All opposed? Motion carries. Next one is, do we have any public comments? I don't think we,
No, sir.
no public comments. It looks like we have a proclamation for the Long Beach School District, who ranked #1 in the state. I got to say, of course, I just was on the school board for 20 years. The school district is, it's our biggest business in this city, and it's just continues to do great things and help our kids learn, and it really shows statewide that we are the #1 school district. And so for those of you who may not know, we've been the #1 school district 2 times in the last 4 years under the leadership of Superintendent Ms. Talia Locke. Where you at, Talia? Are you here? Stand up, please. And I tell you, people move to Long Beach, and a lot of it's to do with our great school system. So they're a great partner. And Emma, if you would, we've got a proclamation here we'd like to present to the school district. I'm gonna have Emma read it. And for those of you who are here, we're gonna take a picture with the proclamation. So if y'all wanna come up and while she reads the proclamation, come on up.
Mr. Mayor, you gave them a choice. Don't give them a choice. If you're with the school system, we'd like you to come up front. How's that? Good. Text.
The school district, it's next Thursday afternoon at 5 o'clock. It's leaving the Methodist church over here by the park. We'll come downtown and end up at Town Green. I think they're gonna have some refreshments and things of that nature. So tell your neighbors,
Tell you.
you need to be very proud of
You
what
hold
the
the
school
war.
district has done for us.
You get to hold the award tonight.
Whereas the Mississippi Department of Education has released accountability results for the 24-25 Mississippi Academic Assessment Program, and the Long Beach School District has been ranked #1 in the state of Mississippi. And whereas the recognition marks only the second time in history that the Long Beach School District has achieved the #1 ranking, first in 2022 and now again in 2025, solidifying its place among the very best in public education. And whereas the historic accomplishment came into fruition during the extraordinary dedication of teachers who go above and beyond, students who embrace challenges and perseverance, principals and instructional leaders who planned and execute with a vision, and a board of trustees, support staff, and community partners who remain steadfast in their commitment. And whereas the Long Beach School District's achievements reflect as true systems of excellence, where every link, classroom, instruction, transportation, cafeteria, custodian service, counseling, technology, central service, and more have strong and contributed to this victory. The Long Beach students and educators have risen above not only regional competitions from high-performing coast districts such as Ocean Springs, Pasquarshand, Bay Waveland, Biloxi, Gulfport, Harrison County, and Jackson County, but also against other top-ranking districts across Mississippi, including Petal, Clinton, and Enterprise. And whereas this success demonstrates that Long Beach, with its diversity and resilience, can and does compete with the districts that may have greater financial resources, larger infrastructures, and less complex challenges, providing that commitment and unity triumphs over all circumstances. And whereas this victory fills the hearts of our city with pride and the school spirit, reminding us all that it is truly a great day to be a Bearcat, and that Long Beach continues to proudly shine brightly, symbolizing strength, unity, and excellence. Timothy I. Pierce, Mayor of the City of Long Beach, do hereby proclaim that the City of Long Beach celebrate and honor the Long Beach School District for its outstanding achievement in earning the #1 ranking in the state of Mississippi for the 24-25 school year. Be it further resolved that this proclamation be entered into the official records of the City of Long Beach, and that all citizens join in congratulating the Long Beach School District on their historical accomplishment. I hereby set my hand and cause the seal to be affixed 21st day of October 2025.
Let's give them a round. It's with great pride and pleasure to represent the Board of Aldermen and as mayor that I present this proclamation to our school district. Challenge is there, we want more. Y'all will be there to do it, so thank y'all for what y'all do.
Yeah.
So it does, it takes not only the school district, but there's, we work hand in hand with our school district to assure that they're in a safe environment, so the police force plays a big part. All right, y'all ready to do that as well.
He wants me to say a few words, even though he usually likes to take all of the words. I just, these people made it happen. They're the honestly deserve seeing, you know, they do all the things day in and day out, and couldn't do it without the support of the community and the city and the board. So just thank you to everybody, but, really want to thank the people who came out tonight, because this is your proclamation, and so this will be in the school board office for you to view. So thank you for spending your evening, because again, this is for y'all, and so is the parade. Everybody come out and support our staff, and we'll have a good time in town green. Thank you. Yes, sir, thank you.
Mayor, before we go any further, Kenny, I just received a text that on the live stream that there's no sound. If you check that.
All right, so next one is amendments to the municipal docket.
Mr. Mayor, I have one. If we could add Mr. Justin Brooks from the South Mississippi Housing Authority regarding the veterans home here located in Long Beach.
Okay. All in favor?
Aye.
Motion carries. I have a, let's go ahead and put that. We
Uh,
have-
He's gonna ride under mine, under, let's see, I'm sorry. We can do it under number one, or we could do it under number 7.
All right, let's just, all right, so we're gonna, Joey's gonna add another person to the tree board.
Correct.
We're gonna put it under.
Number 7.
One of the
Number 7,
existing.
yeah.
Okay.
And I'll second that motion.
We got a motion and a second. All in favor?
Aye.
All opposed, motion carries. I have a part-time hire in the mayor's office. I need to put that under 12.2B. Can I have a motion?
Well,
So move.
Yep. All in favor?
Aye.
All opposed? Motion carries. All right, next one is approve the minutes of the mayor and board of aldermen of October 7th. It will be fine. For regular and executive, we
Yeah,
got a
we'll-
motion?
Second.
Any discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
All opposed, motion carries. Next one is approval of October 15th special meeting. Can I have a motion?
So moved.
Got a motion, a second by Joey.
Discussion.
Discussion?
Just point of order, I know it's been tabled, but I still want to just vote my conscience of no more residential in commercial area for the townhouses. That was just a point of order to be noted.
All right, all in favor?
Aye.
All opposed, motion carries. Next one is Planning Commission of October 9th, regular and work session. Can I get a motion?
Second.
Motion is second, any discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
All opposed, motion carries. Next item is approve the docket of claims, number 102-125. Can I get a motion? Motion. Got a motion, got a second. Any discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
All opposed, motion carries. Unfinished business, resignation of the Long Beach Tree Board.
Motion.
We got a motion.
Second.
Second, any discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
All opposed, motion carries. Next was unfinished business on the installation of a disc golf course. Can I get a motion?
Motion.
Second.
Second, discussion. Anybody here?
He's here.
Well, there he is.
Yeah, I
We'll
just,
talk.
Mr. Mayor, I think we just, my motion to approve is let him work directly with David Ball and to work through basically the red tape of getting this approved and getting it completed.
So what location? There was 2 locations.
Right, to
Senior
determine,
citizens.
I think the senior center would be the best, but I'll let them work on it. I don't think it's my job to get in tails of the, the minutia of everyday issues.
Yeah.
I think let them work together, find the best spot for it, and come and get it approved and let it go.
I'll second Donald's motion.
All right, well, we got a first and second, we're in discussion now. David, is that wetlands or not in there?
It is a wetlands conservation easement.
And what does that mean? So when you put your platform, I guess wherever they're gonna start, the Frisbee thing,
The tee box.
how big does the tee box have to be?
Usually it is 5 by 10 or 5 by 12.
Also, it's bigger than it's a pad.
It's a pad, yes.
Okay, I was thinking something that was much smaller to.
But
throw
I think,
frisbee.
I spoke with David, and I think we can just go to where we don't even put that in, and we just stay on natural grass.
Okay, all right, so,
Harrison County contacted me today. We're gonna be losing probably a strip where they want to come before y'all later to get it as a utility easement, to get power from where it is right now to the girls softball. It's gonna have to go through there at some point.
Ryan,
If that changes-
isn't there a strip that's cut through there from right now, as we speak?
Do what now?
Isn't that strip already cut from the?
No. It is not. They're talking about putting a pole on one end, going across the wetlands, staying dry, not putting a pole, then putting a pole on the other side, so that they're not actually in the wetlands. But you still gotta have a 15 or 10 to 15-foot easement for the utility.
I think we can work around that.
Just for clarity, the county has agreed to give us $9,000, correct?
Correct.
Isn't that what your message said?
Yes.
$9,000. So the county has to be aware of what we're intended to do, one would assume.
I think they just realized today of where the three-phase power is, that they cannot come down Marlin Ladner Road, that they're gonna have to come off the walking track across.
So will it be above, it's gonna be pole and wire?
Yes, it will definitely be above ground.
That shouldn't be an issue.
I don't think that would hinder the flow of the course anyway.
So with that, we also have the option of coming off of Beatline because we have the easement from Beatline over with that power. The easement there that we've cleared here recently. And so that's why I say, let me amend my motion to be very clear. With my motion being, this gentleman worked with David and Ryan to find the best means to install this golf course without inhibiting our wetlands or to the best ability that we can. How's that?
If I could make an amendment to that motion,
so wait a
Alderman
minute,
Fraser.
so do we have a substitute motion?
A substitute
Well,
motion.
he'll substitute then. I'll follow.
Concurring with.
Now we got a substitute motion.
Concurring with everything that Donald just said, I would feel comfortable if you guys would go ahead and pursue this national permit that we were made aware of as recently as 2 weeks ago. That seems to condense the time period for approval. That doesn't seem like there's as many hoops to jump through. Perhaps we can go that route and not have so many obstacles. We might want to check that as we proceed, not before we proceed, but as we proceed.
I will second that.
I'm sorry, so
He's got a substitute.
you got a substitute motion, do I got a second?
I'll second it.
All right, what I'd like to do is you work with Ryan to make sure where the lines are going to be and where you may lay it out. And then at the appropriate time, I'll ask you to come out and take a look at it after that. So let's do that, make sure it's doable before we bring an engineer in, because they charge me a lot. And so I'll let y'all two work to begin, and then we'll figure it out. So
Do we have a timeline about how long it's gonna take for? your
It
design?
shouldn't take more than 2 weeks after the baskets arrive. I do have to actually measure the length of the holes. I have to turn that into a sign company and have signs made. But I would like to not open the course until it's ready to play. We can do it in stages, but it shouldn't be any more than 2 to 4 weeks.
All right, so what I'll do is I'll take care of it from the mayor's office
Let it
as
roll.
far as going with it. All in favor?
Aye.
All opposed? Motion carries.
Thank you, guys.
Thank you. Next one is to Suicide Prevention Group location. You remember last time we were talking about where we were going to have it?
I happened to run into John on Friday, and I believe he has worked with our library, Miss Denise, and has worked out everything. Is that correct, Miss Denise?
That's correct.
All right, so I think we've got a location.
So I'll make the motion that we approve the use of the library for their meetings.
Got a motion? Any discussion, all in favor?
Aye. Thank you,
All
Ms.
opposed,
Denise.
motion carries. Next one is the hemp ordinance. I believe you got, Steve, do you have that?
Yes, sir, and I believe everybody's been provided a copy of it. This tracks the language of the Attorney General opinion and what some other municipalities, this one particularly was drafted somewhat in accordance with what the city of Oxford did, but it complies with the Attorney General's opinion regarding hemp derivative products and the prohibition against selling them in retail establishments.
All right, so
With the advice of our attorney, I'll make a motion that we approve.
got a motion, second. Any discussion? Roll call.
Aye.
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 Motion passes.
There you go.
Next item is Harbor AC. I think you had to get a couple of estimates on the Harbor AC. Got an update on that?
Harry?
Turned in 3 estimates. We've got estimates.
Yeah, I saw one.
I haven't seen it. Two.
I'm assuming this is the,
7,800?
Yeah, it's down at the Harbor House, down at the,
yeah. Is this the cheapest of the 3 estimates?
I have two.
I only saw one.
they only have one.
I only had one in mine. And it was original
I
that
had
we
one
had.
laying, I had one laying on the table.
How much is that one for?
Oh, I didn't see that. Hold on.
Oh, I
7,000.
$74.90.
That being said, we had a quick discussion before, and Patrick brought up, they installed a split system, fairly reasonable price, if we would like to go that route. What'd you say, Patrick? Do you think you could get one
Well, I
around
mean,
2,000?
they're pretty, it depends if we have somebody who can install it, but they come pre-charged, most of them come you can get them pre-charged and, so. Now,
We don't know
that
the
would
price of
affect
it.
the warranty, I didn't, if you do it yourself and do not have somebody install it, they do not honor the warranty, so
Well,
that's
let me,
something to think about.
then let me ask you, are we ready to approve this tonight?
No.
I don't believe so.
Then I say we table this one to
Motion
the
to
next
table.
meeting.
Thank you.
All right, next item.
Do we need to vote?
Commercial requirements ordinance, I think you had to make a few changes in that one, Steve. Is that, everything good on that one?
Yes, sir.
All right, can I get a motion to
Motion.
approve the ordinance?
Second.
Second. Any discussion? I think that's a roll call. All in favor?
Aye.
All opposed, motion carries. New business, we have a Long Beach Tree Board resignation.
Mr. Mayor, I'd like to replace, go ahead.
Well, let's take the resignation first. Motion to accept the
We
resignation.
got a motion?
Second.
Got a second? Discussion?
I think Alderman Jafria has an appointment for the board.
And I just want to tell both of the people, I think Blaine and Ginger, that that's a thankless job, and they both did a fantastic job, and I think it got to be a little bit stressful. So I do want to thank both of them for the time they put into it. So we've got a motion for resignation, we got a second, all in favor?
Aye.
All opposed, motion carries. Now you got a person you want
Yeah,
to put on?
I'd like to put Harold Donahue on the tree board.
We got a motion, to put Harold Donahue. We got a second. Any discussion? Is Harold here?
No, he's not.
All right. No further discussion. All in favor?
Aye.
All opposed? Motion carries.
Mr. Mayor, while we're on this, can we go ahead and tackle number 7, my appointment as well?
Yes.
And then we'll finish it up. I have Ms. Jill Sabine as an appointment.
Second.
We got a motion, a second. Is she here?
No, sir, not this evening.
All in favor?
Aye.
All opposed? Motion carries.
Yeah, that takes care of number 7 as well.
All right. And then that ordinance 678. Now, that was the rates. What was the difference between those two?
I think the only difference is we amended and corrected some of the rate numbers. We had the inaccurate dollar amounts.
Okay.
Motion.
So,
We got a motion.
I'll second.
Second, any discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
All opposed, motion carries. Next one is the contract for AGJ renewal. Can I get a motion?
Motion.
Second.
Any discussion?
Discussion, I know we're approving the IT management and the consulting, but can we not necessarily tonight, but get a update on where we're at on our new servers and that in the next couple of months?
I believe we have people here.
Oh, that's under you? Okay.
Hold up.
Hang on
we're
one
gonna
second.
cover it in that other one.
I'm sorry, I just jumped the gun, so.
All right, so we got a
Thank you.
motion out there. Any more discussion? All in favor?
Aye,
All opposed? Motion carries.
thank you.
Next item, I want to move to the end. I think that's going to call for an executive session.
Which one?
Number four.
Number 4, I'd request that
Harbor
be
Resort.
taken up in executive session as an issue needs to be
Pleasure of the
discussed.
board. You want to do it
Motion.
now?
I'll motion it.
We got a
To
motion
the end.
second to move it to the end. All in favor?
Aye.
All opposed? Motion carries. Next one is Andy Corp. contract.
Motion.
We got a motion?
Second.
Second. Randall, there's some terminology in there I don't fully understand. You may be able to help me with it? Yeah, I hope you can, because I can't, if you would, come up and I'll show you what I'm talking about.
Come all the way up there.
Yeah, I mean, you can even come all the way up.
That's been approved, but the dude that stood up with the servers and all that. Yeah, here it's evidently it's.
Already been there, man. You need help at all. A pizza? Okay, just checking.
All in favor?
Aye.
All opposed, motion carries. Next item is number 6, special meeting times, Alderman McCaffrey.
Yes, I think everybody up here understands the need to have emergency meetings, but out of transparency for the public, I think we should try to schedule these in the afternoon at our regular meeting times to give people a chance to come out to see what's going on. I said, I understand we have to have them, but it's hard for people to just drop everything in the middle of the day to
Yeah.
come down and see what's going on.
I think that's a good request, and I think if all possible, we will, unless it's an absolute emergency that has to
Absolutely.
be handled.
Absolutely.
I'm good with that. Anybody else have an issue with that? All right, I don't think we have to do a motion on that one.
No.
The next one is discussion of medians and traffic islands. Shane, would you like to come up, state your name and address, and who you work for?
Mr. Mayor?
Yes, sir.
I am Shane Rutledge, Director of Operations for the school district, and our two superintendents and most of the school board are here as well. What I would like to bring to your attention, and it's just that, bring to your attention, this is not a whining session complaining. We get great support from these guys, Joe, David. They enable us to be able to navigate a city that most of our roadway design took place before most of us were born, I think. So there's places that it's just tough. What I wanted to talk about a little bit was going forward. You probably received something that I'd prepared showing some of these places that it makes it difficult for us to get into and out of neighborhoods unless we, and some of them have to be coming from a particular direction because of the way the islands are shaped or where the medians come so far out to the main road. In some instances, we can't even go down them because there's planters in the center of cul-de-sacs that, if we can't see that cul-de-sac when we turn off of the main road, it's a bad recipe. If we turn down there and realize that there's somebody parked in that cul-de-sac and that planter in the middle of it prevents us from being able to turn around, we have to back out onto Pineville Road, onto Beetline Road. And there's been times where myself, if I'm not on a bus, or our SROs will call them on the radio and say, hey, can you go help and back out? There's places where, you know, it's just, there's nothing you can do about it. If you're familiar with where Harrison County's workstation is, we had a bus get behind there on Roberts, and there was an abandoned, I think it was a stolen vehicle, we found out that had been left, and they couldn't pass it, and they had to back out of that, what's maybe a 10-foot wide, yeah. It was horrible, and we had to get the police over there to help us get out of there, because it's a real hazard to have to back out of places like that. We've had to tell parents, we can't come down your street. You're gonna have to bring them out to the main road. Been to the end of Dinsmore, is it Dinsmore? No, to the end of Oak Haven like 3 times in the past couple of months because somebody parks at the end of that thing, and we can't go around it. And I'll beat on doors and ask them, please stop parking there. But you know, that's just, you're chasing your tail.
Right.
Because you tell that person and then somebody else on the street does it. And then I got to have the conversation with the parent that lives in there and say, look, we just can't come down your street anymore. So I had talked to Mike about it. I was like, what can we do to bring it maybe to the front of folks' mind when it comes to planning some of these things? And this is what was recommended, and it's nothing more than we wanted to bring it to your attention because it's a good problem, right? We got development left and right, but if we could maybe look at those instances where it may be a hindrance to us. We go to these places 4 times a day, unlike, you know, a delivery truck, which maybe once every few months or whatever. We go there 4 times a day. So when you look at it and say, what are the odds of a car being there that exacerbates that meeting? Well, it's pretty good when you go there 4 times a day. So that's all it was. Wanted to bring that to your attention.
And we appreciate that. And David, we have ordinances, and of course, all of them out there now, they fit the ordinance. So what I'm thinking I'm hearing you say is, we need to really look at ordinances for some of these new areas.
I think, didn't we just do something with the islands? Didn't we push them back?
We did one.
Well, the new ordinance.
Was cement.
The ordinance is, we didn't change the ordinance. What we said was to work with David and Mike about pushing it back to take into account this. Shane, I know last administration, we talked specifically about 28th Street and Klondike. When you come up
The
there and
stop
you're gonna
bar.
make left.
Yeah.
Has that been fixed? Has that been rectified?
Every instance we've had where we could affect some change there, I call David, super responsive. If we've got any way that we can do something in those instances.
I mean, drawing the line there is not gonna stop people from pulling it all the
they'll
way
put
up.
their
And
back
you and I have
tires.
talked about
Yeah.
that as well.
They think that's where their back bumper goes for the most part. But, you know, whenever the city can help us put an apron somewhere, they've done that. If we can move a stop bar, we've done it. A lot of these things, we're just constricted by real estate. You know
So,
what I mean?
in your opinion, because, and I'm going to ask you a loaded question, just so you know, coming up. Rollover curbing, does that help you?
It does until people park on it. At the end of
Fair enough.
Pecan Haven, that center island and people thought, wow, my own personal parking lot, and they'd put 3 cars on it, which makes it worse, you know, that you can't circle it. You
And I
can't do a
think that's
3-point
something
turn.
we need to look at
We'll look at
ordinance-wise.
our ordinances to kind of capture these things going forward. What I would say is where it exists today, we're pretty much locked into that configuration.
I understand that.
What I may recommend, and I think when I was on the school board and the gas prices were like $5 a gallon, back in the old days, you walked to the end of your road and you caught the bus. Nowadays, it goes to everybody's house, and they pick them up individually. I would say on these particular roads, for safety reasons, you know, you may consider in these particular cases that they have to come to the end of the road. And we'll do everything we can do to try to prevent that from happening in the future. I don't know how we can go, I mean, we can't go back and make things change, but we'll do what we can do. And and I'll say if you're going down certain roads and if someone has parked a trailer in those cul-de-sacs or or if there's a boat in those cul-de-sacs, you let us know, and we'll take care of that. But the cars have the right to park
Right.
in there, but the others do not. So any way we can help you, we will.
What about broken down cars?
We have an
They
ordinance
gotta
for
be
that.
running, right.
They have to
And
be
they gotta-
running, they have to have a current tag,
Right,
so
that's what
on
I
and
was
so
just fixing to
forth.
say, if you ride in there, it's got a tag that's not, let us know. We'll get that out of your way.
We
can
do,
work
and the
on those
police
ways.
department's super responsive to that. They do it for us all the time. So definitely not asking to tear anything out or any of that. Just wanted an eye on it, looking forward.
We will. You know, I think this is something that we need to definitely keep an eye on, maybe put a work session together in the future if we don't see that any corrections made, and see what we can do as far as our ordinance to help them out.
Hopefully in the new subdivisions, you're okay.
What you did on Klondike, the entrance to Castine there, whenever y'all. I
The
don't know if you-
rollover
you
curve.
pulled it back or rolled over, yeah, that was huge, because what we don't want is like, I live in Old Savannah, and then we got Copper Court right here. For us to service that neighborhood, we have to come in my neighborhood and go out Copper Court. You can't enter Copper Court heading this direction or vice versa.
Right.
So we have workarounds for most of this stuff right now. We figured it out. Very few of them are in the position of, say, Live Oak, where we've just had to tell the parents, we absolutely can't come down your street. And they understand that. It's just the ones, Dinsmore's fairly new, Oak Haven's fairly new, and that's what brought it up. And I was actually at a council meeting a while back when you talked about the one at Castine, where I think it was your word, the board's that made them make a change there, so I
think we
figured.
moved it 3 times. They went it 3 times, they did it, we moved it back, and then we did it again.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Thanks for the reminder, Patrick.
Moving forward, that is something
Let's
for us.
clarify, that was the previous.
Yeah,
board that did it 3 times.
No, I'm gonna hang that one on you, Mr. Mayor.
We'll work with you, Shane. And if you see anything that needs to be brought to our attention, you can call me or the police chief, or, and we'll try to rectify anything that we can do.
And if
And
we
then
have any
we'll work with-
before we can change the ordinance, we can always ask the developer.
Yeah.
Just shift it back.
And they'll work with us, so.
Well, thank you for your time.
Thank you, Shane.
Thank you, Shane.
All right. Next one is the Long Beach Gateway Project Phase 2. Is Mr. Joel Kalowski here?
Kozlowski.
Yes, sir. Please state your name and address and.
Joel Kozlowski, 5214 Mitchell Road.
Yes, sir.
Good evening, members of the council. A matter of concern is respectfully brought forward this evening regarding the construction materials testing practices being implemented on our current city projects, specifically the Long Beach Gateway project. It has been brought to my attention that the laboratory performing third-party testing may not be accredited as required by the project's own specifications. The firm Stevenson Consulting, now operating under UES, has reportedly never held any formal laboratory accreditation and does not appear to meet the requirements outlined in ASTM E329, which is referenced in our own project's quality requirements, section 014000, paragraph 1.8G. This section clearly states that testing agencies are to be NRTL, NVLAP, or an independent agency capable of performing the required testing inspection work in accordance with ASTM E329 and acceptable to the authorities having jurisdiction. I have a printed copy of this section, and it has been prepared, and it is available for review if you would like. According to information provided by AASHTO Resource at ashtoresource.org, when ownership of a laboratory changes accreditation may be requested by the new firm within 60 days. With the prior accreditation record submitted for continuity, a site visit is then conducted to verify that the new management adheres to the established quality standards. According to the UES 2024 Statement of Qualifications, which were submitted, it states that they have a certified, qualified, and trained technicians along with an AASHTO Resource accreditation for all of their laboratories. I have their SOQ if you'd like to see that as well. It has been reported that Stevenson Consulting was acquired by UES in April, and this was confirmed on the stevensonconsulting.net website. The 60-day period has now long elapsed, and no indication has been found that the required accreditation process has been completed. This suggests that Stevenson Consulting was not accredited under AASHTO or any other recognized body. Regrettably, the previous findings are not available at this moment, but they were submitted to Alderman McGooey on September 9th, 2025 at approximately 3:30 p.m. It is understood that Alderman McCaffrey was also informed and that a meeting with the mayor was scheduled for the following Monday. Therefore, documentation to the Stevenson Consulting should already be in the mayor's possession, should the council wish to review it. I do have a screenshot of the photo, which I have here if you'd like to review that as well. Brian Johnson, AASHTO Resource Program Director, has even stated on October 17th, 2025, that UES acquired Stevenson Consulting and that the only laboratory that was ever accredited was their main office in Blacksburg, VA. I have an attached email for that if you'd like to see that. Concerns have also been raised regarding staff qualifications within their laboratory. The current manager is reported to not hold the required certifications and is said to have listed ACI field testing technician certification that he does not possess. Another staff member has not yet earned his PE license and therefore must maintain proper field and laboratory certifications, which he also has none. It also appears that only 2 employees, a field technician and a certified welding inspector, currently hold any valid technical certifications. However, the field technician's qualifications are limited to soil compaction, concrete sampling, and field masonry testing. These scopes of work do not appear to meet the range of testing required for the project of this magnitude. Serious concerns have therefore been raised as to who is conducting the field and laboratory testings for the soils and concrete. For example, ASTM C31, which is making and curing concrete specimens, require an ACI field testing technician. Reports generated by Stevenson Consulting /UES have Ruben Haro listed on reports making concrete, and he is not ACI certified. ASTM D698, which determines the density and moisture content of soils so we can get compaction to make sure there's no settlement, requires an ACI aggregate base testing technician level 1 certification. No such certification is reportedly held by the current staff, but Andrew Wilkinson is listed as performing the site testing and the laboratory testing. I have those reports if you'd like to review. C136 governs aggregate gradation testing, ASTM C39, which covers compressive strength testing of concrete specimens. Both of these require special certifications, which nobody at UES or Stevenson Consulting hold. Based on these examples, it appears that the testing was not performed correctly from the start of this project. As a taxpayer and resident of the city of Long Beach, concern is expressed that the city's own project specifications were not followed from the beginning regarding third-party testing services. The use of an accredited testing laboratory is not merely a procedural requirement. It is a vital safeguard for quality, safety, and accountability. Allow me to briefly emphasize the importance of using an accredited third-party testing service. It provides quality assurance. Accreditation ensures materials consistently meet required specifications recognized by industry standards. Safety assurance. Proper testing prevents structural deficiencies that could endanger public safety. Regulatory compliance. Accreditation demonstrates adherence to federal, state, and project-specific requirements, protecting both the city and its taxpayers. Risk reduction. It minimizes the likelihood of costly rework, disputes, or legal challenges stemming from inadequate testing. And last, public confidence. Accreditation enhances transparency and trust, ensuring citizens that the projects are being completed to the highest standard. For these reasons, it's respectfully requested that the council review the testing procedures, personal qualifications, and my findings in the use of the Long Beach Gateway Project Phase 2, and ensure that all standards regarding ASTM E329 and related project specifications are followed. Thank you for your time and for your continued dedication to maintaining the quality, safety, and integrity of the construction projects within our city.
Joel, I want to thank you that you do care about the city. Obviously, you know a lot about the subject.
Yes, sir.
And all I can promise you is we'll take what you've got there that specifically spells it all out, and we will give it to the responsible contractor so that he can respond to every one of your questions. Because I'm like you, I don't want to pay for this more than once. And when I have a product, I want it to be a top-notch quality, and they're going to meet those requirements.
Yes, sir.
If we find that they are not, then we'll take the appropriate action.
Roger.
So I will take, I don't know if anybody's here from Stevenson's. Who is? Yes, sir, sure. If you don't mind, Joel, he's from Stevenson's. And, you know, we can give you the information he's got if you want to respond in writing, or if you want to respond here, just give us your name, title, and,
My name is Guy Deal. I'm with Stevenson Consulting, a UES company. I'm the regional manager for this area. Mr. Kozlowski is incorrect on some of his assumptions and some of his workings off of. I would like to address each of those items individually, as we discussed, via email and such like that.
yes, sir.
We have and do maintain, while we were MDOT certified lab, it has since lapsed. We're in the process of getting it now, should be happening in the next couple weeks. We have seen some deficiencies, but we have corrected those, and at no time have we not brought along E329 standards. Our employees are qualified as what is required by the specifications. Qualified. Doesn't say certified, doesn't say anything else. It says qualified. That being said, the majority of inspections, some of them were done by Michael Dente. That is correct. He is an engineer in training. Engineer in training is literally the engineer working his time off and has special inspector status per the ICC code. So I would like to address these, of course, with y'all. However, the best way would be needed, or that would suit y'all best. I would like to note one thing, and I'm a little disturbed by this. It should be understood that while Joel is looking out for the best for his city and such, he is also a direct competitor of mine. That should be noted as well.
All right, so what I'd like to do is, Joel, I'd like to get your list of allegations, and then I would like to give that to y'all.
Okay.
And I think, Andy Corp, you're kind of over the thing as a whole. I want these looked into and responded back, and then we'll get Steve to review the responses, and then we'll find out.
Absolutely.
We'll find
I
out.
welcome the opportunity, sir.
Great.
You need that in form of motion?
Yeah, can I have a motion?
Got it.
If you don't mind, can I have what you read tonight, so I can reference that? And
I'll second Donald's motion.
all right, so we got a motion and a second to have the questions given to Stevenson's, their company, and then they will respond. We'll get our city attorney to review along with Andicor to make sure, because we rely on y'all as the construction manager to assure. So we'll go through the proper chain, and then we'll get a report back as to the responses to the question. Yes, sir.
I request that I give this to the city, and if the city can make copies of this.
Perfect.
And then y'all deliver a copy to Andercorp, and Andercorp then give it to Mr. Deal.
No problem. We can do that. Courtney, if you, can we, do you? All right, yeah, we'll make a copy of it, and then you can get your original, and then, once again, thank you for being attentive to it, and we'll find out. Okay. All right, all in favor?
Aye.
All opposed, motion carries. Next one is Macon School District property. We have a lease proposal from the school district on the Harbor Macon. Steve, if you would just kind
Mayor,
of.
board members, as you know, the school district has leased to the city a portion of what used to be the Harper McCon School since Katrina. for various city functions. They are because of just the inconsistency with functions that the city authorizes that the school district may not, or vice versa, decided that it was in both the school district and the city's interest for this district to lease the entire parcel to the city for the purposes that are described in the lease. So what it does is, as you know, there used to be a portion that was reserved for the school district, and we had to do agreements for certain, this gives the city control over the entire parcel through a lease from the school district.
Motion to approve.
We got a motion? Second.
I'm going to recuse myself from.
Any discussion?
Well, with the school board being here, do you guys just want to donate it over to the city?
Be that the motion?
Can't do that. But we would appreciate this. It became difficult. Like, an example is for the Taste of the Coast in trying to secure insurance. Have alcohol in a certain area, so that's just an example. Taking a lot of time from Ms. Sherry, for the school district to kind of deal with that, and I know y'all all want everyone at the school district working to keep us.
And I appreciate, yeah, thanks for addressing it. And me and her kind of sat down and went through what we thought would be fair for both. So any other discussion? All in favor? Aye. All opposed? Motion carries. Thank y'all. Next one is Tyler Technology, Water Department e-billing. It's a contract to have our billing automated, e-payment. Can I get a motion?
Motion.
Second with discussion.
Discussion?
Are any reps here from Tyler, by chance? I have a concern just from in talking with other cities and other groups working with this, is that being that we're such a small city, when we do have problems, we're kicked all the way to the bottom and answers are not done. I don't want us to sign a long-term contract and find out that we're not getting any service. So I would like to see us be able to, if we find out that there's problems, that we can cancel this contract with a motion at the next meeting, not necessarily the next meeting this
Donald,
month, but.
Not to interrupt, do we want to table it until somebody can come?
Steve, have you reviewed it? Had a
I've
chance?
looked at it. There's no specific that I see term with regard to termination by the city, so maybe we want to have someone present as.
All right,
as
yeah, let's
Alderman.
I just have a concern.
I'll
when-
make the motion to table.
When we have multiple people telling us, hey, there's a concern about customer service. I think
Absolutely.
it's something we need to just make a phone call or two. I think it's definitely needed. I'm not saying it's not needed, but I want to make sure that we're getting what we're paying for.
All right, and then if we need to, like I said, they just threw over their first cut at the contract, we can make our cut back.
There you go.
If we have response times, we can add to that contract, and we can put in there 30-day notices and stuff like that. if that's
I
something we
would,
feel like
I would
we-
love that.
All right.
I would love
So
that,
it's
so that we're
tabled.
able to service our citizens even better.
So we got a motion to table and second, all in favor?
Aye.
All opposed, motion carries. Next one is special event application for Christmas in Long Beach, Main Street. We got a motion.
Second.
Second, any discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
All opposed? Motion carries. The next one is the holiday schedule for next year. Can I get a motion to accept?
Motion.
Second.
Second, any
Discussion. Mr. Mayor, we seem to, I try to follow up on it. Number one and number two is we always have an issue meeting-wise during cruising and Mardi Gras. Am I correct? Patrick, yeah. So I would just kind of, I don't know that we need to change any of that, but just keep in mind when those items come up, we have an attendance issue that we might move those meetings to the Wednesday or so on and so forth. Instead of, the problem that we've had in the past is going, we're not looking that far ahead and we're having to make that that call a week ahead of time. I want to make that noted tonight while we're adopting it.
And that's good, because if we do realize the next meeting's gonna fall on a day that's not favorable to all of us, we can always have it rescheduled.
Yes, sir. So that's
that
the
being
only thing
said,
I wanted to notate.
Any other discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
All opposed, motion carries. Next one is Long Beach Middle School Veterans Day celebration. And it's just
That's an
I really think
FYI.
it's a FYI.
So I'll speak to this. I know Alderman McGooey has had great praise for this in the past because of his service, but I think the middle school does a fantastic job every year. And if you have the opportunity, please come out to that.
All right, so that's November 7th. It's on a Friday, 9 a.m. at the Long Beach Middle School Gymnasium, and it is a good event like.
If you haven't been, it's.
I would like to make one additional comment. If you've never, and those watching on live stream, if you've never been to this, it is quite touching. It's actually an emotional ceremony. When you walk in, there's a table set where to represent deceased members of the military who are no longer with us. It's really something to take part of. If you have never been to that, it's worth your time to come at least once. Thank you.
9 a.m.
Yeah, and you're right. So it is, and I think we had a World War II veteran that was coming there every
Yep.
year, and we lost
Dr.
him.
Gaddy's,
Yeah.
Mr. Gaddy.
So if you can get out and support our veterans.
To,
Right.
yeah.
Next item, grant award and budget amendment. I know that we received, Denise, if you want to, we received a $2,600.
It'll be a $2,500 grant. Asking for the board to.
Come back. Perfect.
Motion to approve.
We got a motion to approve the acceptance of the grant, and we thank you for putting that grant together. We got a motion, second, any discussion? All in favor? Aye. All opposed, motion carries. Thanks. Next one is Department of Business.
Wait, we had an amendment to the budget. I mean, not budget, to the Justin Brooks.
Oh,
Yeah.
yeah,
Mr. Brooks?
I'm sorry.
So just to give you a little background before Mr. Brooks comes up, he reached out to the board and the mayor over the issue that we had recently with the veterans home. And with that, Mr. Brooks, I'll let you introduce yourself and speak on that behalf.
And thank you, Mr. Mayor, Honorable Alderman, for the opportunity to speak. I'm Justin Brooks. I serve as Executive Director of the South Mississippi Housing Authority. It's the largest housing agency in the state of Mississippi. We serve about 30,000 individuals, 10,000 households. I also serve as the President of the South Mississippi Housing Development Corporation, which is our nonprofit community development arm that was created in response to Hurricane Katrina. I am a Long Beach resident. I do reside at 105 Shady Court and have got 3 Dynamite students in that Long Beach school district that we're bragging about so much tonight. So appreciate all that you do to serve. So in my capacity as the Executive Director of the Housing Authority, wanted to just edify the board and let you know of an opportunity that we do have available for this particular situation, or honestly for any time that there is a situation that would meet and merit a potential local declaration of a disaster. We think disaster being a weather-related thing, but it doesn't necessarily have to be. About 3 years ago, we amended all of our administrative strategic planning to give us the legal authority and the ability to show up and provide federal resources in the event of any kind of disaster. Long story short, I used to be a senior director at the U.S. Department of HUD over a couple of states, and one of the side gigs that I had to have was I ran the long-term housing recovery for FEMA on behalf of HUD for the Southeast. And so it's just one of the tools in the toolbox that I've seen be very effective for local housing agencies to be able to, if there's a locally declared disaster, we can respond immediately instead of waiting months for FEMA to do or to not do. And two quick examples that we've deployed that recently. 2 years ago, the tornado that hit the city of Moss Point, it was kind of a quick spin up. It hit one of our properties that we own and operate in the city of Moss Point, and it didn't do a lot of widespread damage. It was not enough that it was ever going to get, a state or federal declaration. So we were able to actually step in, and all of the different households that were affected, especially those that were not our residents, that were just private citizens, and step in with resources and assist. The city of Waveland had a condemnation issue recently with a multifamily property that was, having seen it firsthand, it was, I think it definitely tracks as something that was unsafe and unhealthy. So once that was condemned, it was discovered there were a whole bunch of people living there, whether they had legal right to or not, and so we were able to step in that situation and also provide some federal resources. In this particular case, if the city, were to choose to issue a local declaration, it would give us the ability to then come in and work with any of the households who were there, any individuals that were staying there, any that are income eligible for our services. We would be able to issue what we call a super preference and actually just skip them ahead of our waiting list and serve them. We take serving our veterans very seriously. And so, and I shared with Mr. Mayor even before this in the discussion, if the ownership were to change, in that facility, then we also would have an interest in partnering with any private developer to provide some rental assistance for veterans there to ensure affordability, and quite frankly, that we're doing our part to keep the promises that were made to our servicemen and women. Happy to answer any questions, and just wanted you to know that we have that tool in our toolbox should it be needed.
First, I'd like to thank you, sir, for coming forward in this situation. And my first question, and only question really, is to legal. Steve, can we legally declare a local disaster?
You can under circumstances that qualify. Whether or not the facts of this particular case qualify is a different question that would have to be examined. I understood the example that Mr. Brooks provided to us, but I'm not sure that this particular situation would qualify for the type of disaster declaration that the ordinance and the statute envisions.
And like I told you earlier, I did meet with the potential new owners of it, and I'm sure they'll be willing to get with you. Real nice couple.
Sure.
And it will be 100% veteran, where this one was not. A little misleading. But I will get you their name and numbers, and I can get y'all two together, and maybe y'all can work to, I think they said they wanted to be back up and running 60 to 70, 80 days. So let me do that, and I'll get you their name and number, and then y'all can kind of get together, and let's see what we can do to get that place back up and going.
So,
Question.
Okay, go ahead.
Mr. Brooks, you're talking about housing, giving extended housing to these individuals, these veterans that, deserve such. It's my understanding that these veterans that were living here had a level of care that was needed above and beyond just a place to stay. Some of these veterans needed a lot of assistance, if you know what I mean, 24/7. So is anything going to be addressed from that standpoint, or are you just talking about possibly just giving them lodging? Because we can't just put them any place to live. We have to also address their whole needs and issues.
It's an excellent point. And so what we would be providing, it's a federal program that is in partnership with the Veterans Administration and the U.S. Department of HUD. And so we would just provide rental assistance. It would be a voucher that any qualifying, and I have to say that qualifying, head of household there, they have to be income eligible, they have to meet, the different, criteria of the program. Those who did qualify, they could take that voucher to any private landlord that would accept it, and it would subsidize their rent indefinitely. And now, as far as if it's in an assisted living facility, there are some real specific rules that govern that. If they go to a particular like state sanctioned like medical facility, then we cannot put it there. If it's a private apartment and they need a live-in aid, or they need, medical services to come into the house, we do that for thousands of households across South Mississippi. And so the short answer is it's going to depend case by case, individual by
Okay,
individual.
but that would be addressed. That's something that could be addressed.
Absolutely.
Okay.
Yeah.
So with kind of the information that we do know, here's what I'm going to say is, I'm going to make a motion that we do approve if our legal department deems that it does qualify, because of the fact that we're going to give these residents an option out there instead of calling another meeting for us to deem that it is necessary. I think we approve it upon advice from our legal counsel.
I'll second that. And Steve,
Let me-
perhaps
if
maybe.
If I
Yeah.
may, as part of the discussion, let me make sure that the board and the aldermen and the public is clear. This was a privately owned, privately operated facility for which the city does not regulate, subsidize, financially support. The city's involvement in the operation of this was to the extent of safety inspections as required by the city. It's not regulated by the city. It's regulated by either some state authority or the Department of Health perhaps, but the city does not have any control in the operation or oversight of that facility. So when we discuss declaring an emergency declaration as a result of something happened there, you're using city resources to try to address what is a private industry problem. We don't own it, we don't operate it, we don't regulate it, folks.
Which is understandable. And my concern is overlooking a veteran and it's a heart pull here is where I'm coming from.
I understand you're looking for ways to help those who suffered as a result of alleged malfeasance. Mr. Brooks is probably that person. I just caution the board to try and step into the shoes as a city political entity to do that which a private citizen failed to do properly.
Understand.
Could you not follow up with those individuals to see what type help they need?
So we can, but the challenge there is the program that we would be providing the assistance from is closed. And it's closed because we have 12,000 plus people on a waiting list. And so we're not even accepting new applications. That local declaration, whether it's a health and safety issue or whatever the local authority deems to be appropriate, that gives us the authority to then basically provide resources to those who are affected. And all we would be doing would be assessing their eligibility for federal rental assistance.
Right.
That would help them to prevent 15, 17, however many households that we've heard, whether they're veterans or not,
Yeah.
from being homeless. And so we just wanted to speak to that. And the example that I did give with the city of Waveland, that is a private development. It reached a point that the city was taking action, from a city's perspective, through condemnation. And so it was an act on behalf of the city, but I mean, same thing there. It was a health inspection that led to all of that. And that was the city's only involvement, was just to issue that declaration, which gives us the ability.
Right.
This requires a determination by the building code that it is either public nuisance or public health hazard. That's a distinction between what I think we're dealing with here.
Fair enough.
So if you would, clarify the motion and that you stated.
So my motion at the time was pending our legal representation's determination after reading this that we approve, but.
And then, so what we'll do is pending that results, the recommendation we
A
get from you.
determination as to whether it is eligible
Yes.
for
Correct.
an
If
emergency
it's
declaration.
eligible, then we'll take this step. If it's not eligible, then we've pretty much done everything we can do. But we do want to help these people if
Exactly.
there's an avenue for us to
I
help.
agree, I understand.
Yes.
And so the motion is to, Steve, our attorney would look at it and the motion that we want to, if it's a way that we can state it as a state of emergency, and you can find a way in there that could be true, then we'll go that way. If not, then we won't go with that,
So.
the state of emergency.
And I'll take
And we'll
it
wait on
one
your
step
recall.
further. I will, in my motion, if you deem it acceptable, give the mayor the authority to sign that declaration.
I'll second his motion again.
I've got a motion, a second. Any further discussion, Jim? I mean, Steve?
No, sir, thank you.
Thank you.
All right, all in favor?
Thank you for bringing this to us.
Yeah, thank you, Mr. Brooks.
And know it's there if and when there is
Absolutely.
something that
Appreciate
meets
you
a much more clear
Stepping
definition.
up, coming in.
All in favor?
Aye.
All opposed, motion carries.
Thank you.
Yes.
Yeah, thanks. Let's see, next one is, I think we're in
Personnel.
personnel. We got harbor step increases 3. Can I get a motion?
Motion with discussion.
We got a motion. Can I get a second?
Second.
Second, discussion.
Mr. Mayor, in the past, and I don't know if we have to table it or not, but when we brought back the guards that, at the time, we had held these increases due to the harbor not being open. Before we approve, I would like clarification on that point of it. We brought back the harbor guards. At one point in time, we didn't have any harbor guards. Then we brought back harbor guards without the step increases. So before we approve tonight, I would like clarification on that.
So we need to table this particular.
If that's possible. I don't know if that's something that we can do, but I would like to table it just to make sure.
So the step increases, Steve, they're not a given.
They're discretionary based on an annual evaluation,
Okay.
or as often as the agency directs.
All right, so what I'd like to do is, Emma, table, can I have a motion to table?
I'll motion that.
Second, any more discussion? We'll
Yeah,
take it up.
what is the reason we're tabling it?
He wants to look
So,
into. Go ahead.
Pete, during the last administration, during the Zeta storm, we didn't have harbor guards at some point in time, and then we took away the part-time ones. At that point in time, we did put a halt to the step increases at that time. And that's what I'm looking for clarification, not that I'm saying they're not do it, I just want clarification before we go forward with
Well,
that.
my position, and I think you're correct, I think we did that, but I want to go on record as stating, my position is, we don't have an operational harbor down there, and I'm in favor of withholding any step increases for harbor guards, personally.
So we got a motion. Is that a substitute motion?
Yeah, I'll make it a substitute motion.
All right, we got a substitute motion to deny the step increases. Any further discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
All opposed? Motion carries. Next one is a new hire for the backup to our comptroller who is leaving me. And so I'd like to hire part-time to try to have that person learn as much as they can about what goes on in the comptroller office. This whole process, I think we have three people who have applied. So I can't officially hire any of the 3 candidates until after it comes back from civil service and I've interviewed all 3. However, I got to get somebody in there now to help fill the gap, and so this will be a part-time.
Well, I guess here's my question, Mr. Mayor, and I don't know if we need a motion first, but if you're saying you've interviewed and this is the candidate you want to hire, why are we, I guess,
Well, I've interviewed one.
understand?
One of the 3, so I have to give the other 2, just by resumes alone. This person has the qualifications that I need, but I think due to civil service rules, I have to interview all 3.
So
And
this
then I
one would
think-
be temporary or part-time?
Well, it'd be part-time, until I hire the permanent.
Understand.
Motion to approve.
Motion second. Steve, you good with all that?
Yes, sir.
All in
I'll
favor?
second.
All opposed, motion carries. Thank you all. Next one is revenue expense report. Can I get a motion to accept the revenue expense report? Motion. Got a motion?
Second.
Second, any discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
All opposed, motion carries. Anything from the police department? Anything from the fire department? No, sir. All right, engineering, change order, inner bulkhead, WC4 tracking. Got a change order. Dave, you want to?
Yes, sir. It makes some contractual changes, removes some contractual requirements that are not actually required by any funding agencies that are involved in this project, and it offers a pretty healthy credit to some quantities that we've been able to kind of do some quality engineering on.
David, are you saying we're gonna save some money? That's just what I want to make sure I'm hearing correctly.
I don't normally like to give these back midstream like this. I like to hold them till the end, but we went midstream this time.
Prayer, sir. I just want to make that noted.
You got a motion?
Second.
Second, all in favor?
Aye.
All opposed, motion carries. Project closeout, southeastern bulkhead. Get a motion?
Motion.
Second.
Second, any discussion? David, they meet all the requirements, punch list, everything's done?
Everything's satisfied. Ready
Did
to
they
be?
ever come back in and smooth out that cement on that walkway?
Yes, sir.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right, all in favor?
Aye.
All opposed, motion carries. Next one is, we're gonna table the next one. It had to do with the Long Beach Harbor electrical platform. We're gonna table it until a further meeting. Can I get a motion to table it?
Motion.
Got a motion, second, all in favor?
Aye.
All opposed, motion carries. Award War Memorial Pavilion to Twin L Construction. Can I get a motion?
Motion.
Can I get a second?
Second.
Second, any discussion?
Discussion. Mr. Mayor, are we, I looked in the packet, and it looks like we're replacing a lot of the parts that are rotted and so forth. The nameplates up there of all the veterans, are we having anything done to that? It looks like it's in pretty rough shape. I didn't know if that was included in this.
I don't think, this is just FEMA funds for what was.
This is state funds.
Oh, state funds.
Yes, sir.
Wait, Dave.
No, it's FEMA, isn't it?
It is, yeah, it's a Hurricane Zeta disaster recovery, so it's really repairs in terms of beautifying or anything. It does not include anything like that. If there's problems with those nameplates, those plaques,
Okay,
it does
just
not
want to make sure
include
that
that.
it's not, it's a separate issue then.
It would need to be separately handled, yes,
Okay.
sir.
All in favor?
Aye.
All opposed, motion carries. Public Works? Recreation, I don't think, oh, you are here.
He here.
Building Office? Sure?
Yeah.
Right along. Community event, community affairs. Wait a minute, hang on, Harbor. Good. Next one is community affairs. Courtney?
Yes, every year, this will be our third year, we're hosting the Halloween Trail at the Senior Center. This is a city-hosted event, so we're just looking to purchase a candy again for us to hand out for the community.
And how much? How much you want?
I mean, I asked for 500.
She's asking for all she can get, so,
Let me help you, Courtney.
yes.
For those of you who don't know, the first year we did this, that young lady right there came out of pocket, what, $300 to $500 for decorations, candy, treats, et cetera. I don't think it's a big ask. I personally have purchased about $75 worth of candy for you already, but I'm gonna give it out myself. But I think this,
Eating half of
I
it.
think this board needs to help and support Courtney in her effort. These kids, will we have 1,000 kids roughly? This helps a large portion of the community.
We spent $3,000 worth of candy.
Yeah.
And
And I'm not asking that much.
well, how much do you need, 500?
I would like 500, yes.
Make a motion, we approve $500.
Got 500, got a second? All in
Second.
favor?
Aye.
Opposed, motion carries. All right, he'll donate 100? There you go. Hey. Great, appreciate it, because it's what Long Beach is all about. Those kids enjoy it.
Absolutely.
And we appreciate you. Yeah, do I have any of them? Going once. Next one is advertised for technology equipment, cybersecurity grant.
This goes underneath, I believe, the topic that you were wanting to talk about, Donald. So we were approved a $96,000 cybersecurity grant. At the last meeting, y'all approved for us to go ahead and send our award packet back to the state. They had 3 grants closed the same exact day, so I have not had any communication with them since the deadline passed. But we are trying to move forward with the steps. The next step is to advertise for all of the equipment, and in that equipment is the servers and all the SIM cards and all those pieces. So in the AGJ contract, we got new computers, but this grant is allowing us to get the new servers.
All right, so you want permission to advertise?
Yes.
We got a motion.
Second.
Got a second, all in favor?
Aye.
All opposed, motion carries. Great job, Courtney. Next one is Downtown Light Project.
So I gave everyone of the board a picture. We are trying to beautify the city in the best way and economically way possible. And the Main Street Board came together and they would like to kind of come up with a common community ground area. We are envisioning it going in between City Hall and the library. We have a sponsor that is gonna pay for the lights and the poles. But we're just asking, since it is on city property, for y'all's permission and guidance.
You got a motion?
Motion.
Would
got a
this
second?
not be something better at maybe a town grant? Is that between?
So we're trying
That's
to,
between
the
the
number
library and City
one,
Hall.
not complaint, but the number one comment we always get back from all the businesses is that we're trying to make Jeff Davis an entire downtown area, not just focalize on the town green. So we're trying to bring stuff north of Jeff Davis.
And on top of that, the school wasn't willing to give us the property tonight, so I'll vote that we do it in between.
Courtney, is there going to be plans for seating in this little area? Oh,
The first, I guess, phase of it, no, but second phase, we could put some benches or plants.
Better hurry up.
Yeah,
Definitely something
I'm
that could
voting you off the
evolve.
board.
All right, so all in favor?
Aye.
All opposed? Motion carries. All right. We need to wait on Timmy?
Yeah.
All
We'll
right, next
be,
one is 101 Cherie Lane, excess cleanup fees.
motion.
We got a motion. Second. We got a second. Great job. This is another example of a derelict property. We turned our public works on to get out there and clean it. The lady said she's going